All right.
There's no right transition, so we'll go right to quarterbacks, right? Jerry, what'd you think of the way Gio played? The mobility he showed a couple times on the run, and what can you expect out of him going forward?
Well, I think the way he played. I think that he brought a little juice to the team. He's a kind of a fiery guy, and I think that the kids rallied around that a little bit. And he can make some plays with his feet and get out of trouble, and he made a couple great throws by doing that. And he's a physical kid, runs hard, and just for his first start, he made some mistakes. He missed a few reads and a couple things of that nature that could have been big plays. But overall, I thought he did a good job for his first start. And we just he's kind of a day-by-day guy right now. He got banged up a little bit, but hopefully he'll be good.
How concerned are you with his health situation now as a new week starts?
Yeah, it's hard to say. I wish I knew more. Our trainers just told us it's a day-by-day thing, but, to play quarterback, you certainly got to have repetitions. So that's important. And he hasn't, you're talking about somebody who played one game, so you got to have the repetitions.
With Gio, how much does toughness stand out for him? You watch the hits he takes and he gets back up, or he hurts his knee and comes back in to take the knee at the end of the game. Is that something that you pay attention to?
Oh yeah, if you look at my history, every quarterback that I've coached that's played well and turned programs around are tough people, and so I like tough quarterbacks. I like competitive guys. I like guys that like pressure. That can handle pressure, and what I mean by that is can handle the bright lights and do all that kind of stuff. Not everybody can do that.
You have three guys vying for a quarterback position like this. During the week, what do you say to them to keep them upbeat and focused and kind of together?
I don't really. We got a really good room. Kyle went in a crucial situation, took us down in probably critical score. But he was in the game. Heck, he was helping the defense, the offense. We just got a good room. I mean, they all just want to win. And Kyle's helped Gio. When I let him know that he wouldn't be the starter, and of course he's disappointed, but at the same time, I mean, you didn't see a change at him at practice. He might even practice harder, and they do a good job, and Jonathan knows he's still learning, and so we're fortunate. We really are. But I don't have to say a whole lot. We come up and on Sundays, and our wife, my wife comes up and she makes them cookie, all that stuff, and we just got a good relationship with those kids. But that's how I've coached my whole life. I mean, the kid, you got to get, I get on the kids hard and I push them. But at the same time, you go in the locker room, you make sure you tell them if you got on them that, hey, you okay, just push you to get better. But your players got to want to play for you. That's the bottom line. They got to want to play their guts out for you. And I will say the kids that I've coached here, they're going to play as hard as they can play. And that's all you can ask at the end of the day.
Jerry, the things you just mentioned about Gio, his toughness and the way he handles pressure and all, could he maybe be – because he lost a training camp battle here this year, and then before you were here, he obviously lost one, years gone by. Could he actually be a better game player than a practice player? Is he one of those guys who maybe just his abilities show better on game day than it comes across in practice?
Not really. He practiced well all spring, and I think it's a situation where, you bring a transfer quarterback in because we only had one quarterback. We didn't know what was going to happen to Zach, and it's just been it's the most unusual situation I've ever been in. I've never gone through spring with, Troy. We had two left at the end, and Troy's coaching, so it's one of those things. And he's sitting there, and all of a sudden now at least we got 4 or 5 people in that room, and probably maybe the most. And we got Flacco, who's he's a joy to have in any room. And you talking about competitive now? He's competitive. He ain't eligible right now, but he's competitive.
And then obviously the way the game dictated it, but just because last time Jonathan Lewis only had a snap or two against Nebraska, you told us in your words that you regretted it. Anything to him only having a couple snaps in this game?
Well, he tweaked an ankle a little bit, and didn't feel like we should. Well, Gio messed up, and we didn't want to take any chances, but he'll be fine. But we didn't want to take any chances in the situation, and that's what the trainer told us. So more had to do with that situation.
Blackshear, you told us a couple weeks ago that he was lightning in a bottle. Did you see a little bit of that? And with 4 running backs, is that kind of the perfect 270 yards, 4 guys getting carries? Is that kind of the perfect way a coach like you would draw it up?
Well, I like get 275 yards every week, because if you do, we'll win all the games if we don't turn the ball over. That's the bottom line. You can't turn the ball over, and I'd take 200, because you get 200, you're going to have a chance to win if you don't turn the ball over. And it just kind of works out good. Lester did a good job of substituting. I gave everybody a hard time. I said, you guys, we need to give the ball a kid more. Jiminy Christmas, 6 carries for whatever it was. I said, we're limiting him a little bit, so we got to get him the ball more. But he's lightning in a bottle. And people keep saying, well, he's small. He ain't small. He was about 190, and he'll get bigger. And he runs hard. Just ask the guy that he knocked on his tail end on the goal line. So he's a physical, strong kid. He's going to be special. If he can stay healthy, I think he'll be one of the best that's played here. I believe that. Smart, does what you tell him to do. As long as he keeps his head on straight, don't get cocky and act like a turd, he'll be all right.